Today we're going to start looking at double-digit multiplication. So you know how to multiply by a single digit. And this is how you do it. You're going to go 2 times 6, right? That's your first step. 2 times 6 equals 12. So you put down the 2, carry the 1. And then you do 2 times 3 equals 6 plus 1, because this 1 up here is the one that you added on. So 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So the answer to this single-digit multiplication problem would be 72. The way we do a double-digit multiplication problem is we start just the exact same way we would do a single-digit problem. Okay? So I actually cover up all the numbers, because you might have 2 or 3 digits down here. I just cover them up to start with. So look, you can see that 36 times 42, the way to start it is the exact same way that we would start 36 times 2. Okay? So even if you're not sure how to do double-digit multiplication, even after I explain it, you can still do 36 times 2 to get started. Alright? So you shouldn't have too much trouble with that if you can understand the single-digit process. So step 1 for double-digit multiplication is to start it just like single digit. And so we're going to say 2 times 6, and we get 12. We put down the 2, we carry the 1. And then we're going to say 2 times 3, and we get 6, plus 1 is 7. So you can see that produced the same answer both times, right? Now, we've got to figure out what are we going to do with this other digit here. And this is what we're going to do. So when we have another digit to work with, what we do is this. Okay, we uncover it, so we know that it's there. You can see that you've already worked with this one. Okay, you can even cross it out if you want to, so you don't get confused. Alright, that's okay. And when we start to work with this digit, we have to do something. And that is, we have to put a 0 right over here in the ones place. Okay, that 0 has to be lined up in the ones place. It's almost like a coin that we have to pay to work with the next digit. Alright, so we're going to put a 0 right here. And then we can forget about that first digit, okay? And we're going to do the exact same process that we did here, except we do it on the second line down. Alright, and you can see why it would be very important to keep all of your digits in the correct line, especially if you were multiplying by many numbers. It could get very, very confusing. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, and I'm just going to draw a line across here because you can see how it lines up. So we can cover that one up or cross it off, but we'll do 4 times 6. Okay, so we just go right here. We start with this next digit and we go back to where we started. 4 times 6 is 24. Now we can't put the 4 here because we already have a 0 in that place. You see that? See how there's a 0 there? So don't put the 4 there. You have to put it here in the tens place, the next place over. 4 times 6 is 24. Carry the 2. So we don't need this 1 anymore. That's going to be a 2 instead. Okay? So you got to get rid of that 1 so you don't get confused. So you're working with a lot of different problems here. So 4 times 6 is 24. Put down the 4, carry the 2. And then you're going to multiply straight up for this one. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 2 is 14. Okay, and you put the 14 right there. And then the bottom part here you have to add together. So this is another place in multiplication where you're adding. You see how that sign changed there? You're not multiplying when you get down here. You're not going to say 2 times 0 is 2. No. Okay, you're going to say 2 plus 0 is 2. 7 plus 4 is 11. Put down the 1. Carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. Plus, and then just 1. Bring the 1 down. So then here's your answer. The answer is 1,512. Alright, and that's the basic process for double-digit multiplication. And this could get quite confusing, especially if you get many digits out. So sometimes what I do is I'll use a pencil. Okay, it's always a good idea to use a pencil, but I'll use a pencil and I'll erase the numbers that I put up here. Another thing that I'll do is I might that you might try, if it might work for you, is I might use a different color for each different digit that I'm using, because that might help you keep it straight. Definitely try to keep some columns and lines to help you keep things lined up. Okay, you may even want to use graphing paper to help you with that. The other thing you can do is you can turn your notebook sideways so that the lines run that way. Okay, so that the lines run up and down, right? Usually notebook paper goes this way, side to side. You can turn it this way and actually write in the columns of your notebook paper. All right, that's another strategy that you can use that may help you keep things lined up.